Hey, it's me. I just watched the most recent episode of The Bachelorette. And before anyone watches this, if you haven't seen the final 3 episode of The Bachelorette and you don't want anything spoiled, just stop the video. Just take it from me, stop the video, go to abc.com and watch it yourself. It's a very interesting episode, but I don't want to ruin it for you. All right, that being said, here come the spoilers. This episode was so great, and there are so many things that I could say about it, but what I really wanted to address was the fantasy suite with all 3 of the contestants. And now, traditionally, the Bachelor or Bachelorette of whichever season it is has the option with the final 3 people to give them this one card that has the same thing on it. Actually, every single season I've ever seen, it's the same message. So probably have it memorized by now. But the same message saying, hey, you know what? You've made it this far. Why don't you spend the night with the Bachelorette? And interesting enough, this card got played in a way that I've never seen it played before. Usually, the Bachelorette would give this card and then hope that the guy that she's on a date with says, yes, I do want to spend the night with you, and then whatever that entails, which, like, let's be real, probably sex. They've built it up, everything's so romantic and romanticized, and when you get to that point, kind of, the secular world that we live in, it's not uncommon for people to have sex before they're married. So that's usually what happens on The Bachelorette and The Bachelor. That didn't happen this time. In fact, she was planning on saying no to all 3 of them. Yet she still asked every single one, hey, do you want to come with me? Except for Ari, because she figured that she wouldn't be able to say no if she actually invited him, which I thought was funny and showed her physical attraction to him. Anyway, Sean was the first one that she was able to give the card to. He was the first date, and he agreed with her, more or less, about the, ooh, I really wish I could spend the night, but out of respect for your little 6-year-old daughter, and, she'll be watching this, and out of respect for my family, it would be better if I went home after, an hour of cuddling on the couch, and I'll see you tomorrow, or whatever that was. She had a good time with Sean, but I was the most impressed with Jeff. Jeff, who comes from, I know, a religious family. Sean does too, but Jeff was the one who really impressed me because he immediately turned it down for the same reason that she was going to turn it down. He explained respectfully that he has strong feelings for her, but he believes that the most respectful and honest and beneficial thing for them to do is wait until they're actually married to have sex. Oh, who would have thought of that? That is so impressive to me. And the fact, she even said it herself, he took the words right out of my mouth. That's kind of what I was going to say. That makes me really happy. They both have enough respect for each other to do that. And I don't know, that's just kind of what wins Jeff over for me, personally. Ari is the, Fast and Furious sexy driver guy, and we all know that she's extremely attracted to him. So much so that she doesn't trust herself, even asking him to go to the suite with her. Did you notice that? Play of what I think would have happened if she had asked him. I think that she would have said, hey, do you want to come? He would have said immediately, of course, I really do want to. That's all I've been thinking about. And I think that they would get in that suite and freaking... I think it would be semi-tame. I mean, they always, like, go at it and make out more than anyone I've ever seen on one of these shows. But I think they go at it for a little while, and I hate to say it, but I really think he would coax her into doing something that she wasn't comfortable with doing in that moment or just before she was married. So I think she made the right judgment call on that one, that they would get a little too hot and heavy, and she saw that. She saw that happening, so good for Emily. Now, what I'll say about this whole show, it is definitely my guilty pleasure. I'm not going to deny it. I think it is riveting to see, just even from a human psychological perspective, what happens when you throw humans into this situation. What kind of emotions you get out of them, what kind of tactics people are using. You can make a lot of decisions just by process of elimination, but it's interesting what are the right things to say in a contest for love in comparison to a gradual building up of love, which is generally what happens in the real world. So, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea what kind of comments are going to be on this video, but let me know what you think about the situation. Do you think that Emily should have invited everyone back to have sex with her? Or do you think that it was admirable that she's waiting until she's married? Because I think it is the most wonderful display of restraint on a huge broadcasting scale I've seen in my generation. And I think I'm going to end it with that.